Hi everybody. I've been thinking about everything I need to learn to post YouTube content. Um, and it occurred to me maybe I can use AI to help me make a list of all of the topics that I need to learn. I've been learning Copilot at work. Um, we have a license there. I've been using the free version on my personal laptop. So I asked it, I said, make a list of everything that I need to learn um, to successfully create YouTube content. And it gave me a great list, but then I wanted to go further and I asked it to prioritize that list, starting out with the bare minimum things I need to learn and then build up to more advanced topics. So I'm going to go over that list with you today. And the great thing about this list is really everything on it is a potential YouTube video. That I can make in the future. So I got my list. We're going to go over it. Okay, so Copilot broke my skills into 4 levels: bare minimum skills, core skills that I'll want to know soon, and growth skills that'll help my channel expand, and then finally advanced nice to learn skills. So I'm just going to pick a couple of the topics that it picked and I'll be using to make the videos going forward. So as far as bare minimum skills, filming basics like camera skills or camera setting that I want to have on my phone. I already know that. I want to do 30 frames per second in 4K, but I think it's good to have that. Framing yourself in the camera. I actually did that here. I did a couple of test shots. I wanted to get, you know, just just me kind of from the waist up. At first I had it including from, my shorts and everything. I also wanted to get some of the flowers in the background. And at first it was showing the license plate on my truck, so I kind of cut that out as well. So thought that was good. Different lighting. I don't know. I'm sitting here. I'm under a canopy outside, so hopefully it might be a little dark, but I might be able to lighten that up a little bit. Audio basics was another bare minimum skill. Reducing wind noise outdoors. It is a little breezy, but I'm using the DJI mic and the wind's coming from behind me, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. If so, I can put they call it a dead cat or a muff on top of this, and it'll help. And then how to avoid clipping. I think clipping, I'm not sure, but I think that's when the level is so high that it kind of clips at the top. So I need to even learn what some of that stuff means. The next bare minimum skill, it was like basic workflow. So creating an outline before filming. I've been doing that. That's great. The workflow would also include transferring your video and audio to the computer and their editing program. And then also like basic cuts, like how to cut that video in the editing program. I've been learning DaVinci Resolve, so I kind of know how to do that. And then removing the dead space in between the clips if you do cut some out. I know how to do that as well. But I think there's better ways to do it, so I'm looking forward to learning that. The next thing on basic skills was publishing basics. So how you upload the video to YouTube, which I kind of learned in the last video. So I know that. Creating a simple title, a description for the video, and a thumbnail. I really kind of leveraged AI for that as well, and it worked really well last week. So that's good. And then setting the visibility option. So do you want to start with it unlisted and then list it? Do you want it to be private? Not so. If you want to share with everybody, you want to make that public. So the next level up was the core skills that I'm going to want to learn soon. It broke that down by like audio improvements, so balancing the voice versus the background noise, as well as like things like fixing echo in a room. The next category was filming quality, so using natural light effectively, shooting B-roll that supports your story, and then optimizing your workflow is the next category, creating a repeatable filming setup. So get into a nice workflow where you can easily create your filming setup each time. You don't have to really spend a lot of time setting that up. That makes sense to me. Batch recording multiple videos. I've seen people talk about this on videos I've watched, and that seems to be a great idea because you can get your setting, you can get your everything set up, and you could knock out like 2 or 3 videos at once without having to change locations, change the camera, change the angle, all of that. It would just make you a lot more efficient. And then how to simplify your editing workflow was the last topic under workflow optimization. So I can see that. Editing, make sure you always know where you're going to put it. Have a folder structure already set up. Pull it into the editing software the same way every time. Figure out how to easily always, put it on the timeline, that sort of thing. So that makes sense. The next thing was on editing skills. So figuring out how to add text and graphics. I need to learn that. I did sort of learn how to add text at a very basic level. The other night I was playing around with it, and I found a video teaching how to do that, and I was able to do it. So I want to add that. And then also transitions, like transitioning from one scene to the next without just doing a really quick, hard cut. Maybe make it a little softer going from one to the next. And then here you go, syncing external audio like this DJI mic. I've sort of learned that. I'm getting better at it, but in the editing program, you have to figure out how to synchronize the audio with the video from the camera. And there's different ways to do that. And I've kind of started, I'm an amateur at that, but I do know how to do that. So the next level is growth skills, different skills that'll help your channel expand. One is YouTube analytics. So understanding what click-through rate is. I've heard it all the time. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I know I can learn it. And then using the analytics from YouTube to guide your next video, right? That should be taken into account when you're deciding what you're going to film next. The next category was content strategy. So you want to build your videos around the feedback that you get from your viewers, right? Because that keeps them more engaged. They're going to let you know what they're interested in seeing. You should go ahead and create that for them. And then your on-camera presence. So you want to maintain energy and pacing, which I'm trying to do here. I hope I'm doing it. And then you need to be comfortable filming in public. I don't know if I'm there yet. If you call my driveway public, I'm in public. But I don't know about public around other people. That's going to take some getting used to. And so on to the next level, which is advanced or nice to learn skills. So advanced editing is the first category under that. Multi-camera editing, using footage from both my GoPro and my camera, or my iPhone. So I'm using my iPhone now, but I also have a GoPro, and you can set up 2 different viewpoints, record them at the same time using the audio, but then you got to pull all that together in the editing program. And I did that a long time ago. It was super hard. It was like something in DaVinci Resolve called multicam. I need to get good at doing that. I need to make that easy to do. But for now, I'm just going to use one camera, and we'll go with that. Motion graphics and animated titles. So I told you I did learn how to put text over the video, but it'd be kind of cool to be able to do these different graphics in motion and then have some of the titles and stuff animated. And then gear knowledge is the next category. Using gimbals for smooth movement. I have a gimbal that it's like a DJI Osmo. I've not used it much. I'm using it now just as more as a tripod to hold my phone while I film this. But it does have the ability to follow me around. I just need to figure out how to make that work. And then the other gear knowledge would be the external mics. I don't have any kind of lighting or anything like that. So anyway, that's kind of like where I'm at, where I want to go to learn. And the reason that I'm learning is because my ultimate goal is to create videos that will help people that are like seniors like me and people that have slight disabilities. Like I have a disability as well. So I want to ultimately make videos on how to leverage technology to overcome some of that. Not maybe overcome it, but make it easier, day-to-day life easier for seniors and people with a disability. I've been able to overcome some of that using technology, and I want to share that with people in hopes that it'll be useful to them too. So I appreciate you watching this video. If you have any other ideas on what I need to learn to be more effective at posting content on YouTube, please leave a comment below. And if you're interested in following along on this journey that I'm on to learn YouTube, subscribe and follow along. I'd be glad to have you, any ideas that you have, and be glad to have you following me. So thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.